Hey, CPAC. I've got my friend Larry Foster here.
All right. Thank you.
Our nation prizes liberty. That's why I'm so pleased that we have Liberty Healthshare with us today, joining with us. This country was founded on the idea, not only do we each have liberty, but when we find ourselves in trouble, we voluntarily take care of each other's needs. That's what Liberty Healthshare is about. Right. I've asked my friend Larry to explain more about this. Please, explain. Right. Take it away.
All right, thank you. Thank you, CPAC. How about giving it up for Dan, Matt, Emily, and the CPAC group this morning? That's pretty weak for a Saturday morning. Let's give it up for them. How many of you are excited about the visitor, the guest that's going to be here in just a little while, and you're just waiting to get through us to get to them, right? You're ready for a great Saturday. Well, Liberty Healthshare has been right alongside CPAC the last 3 years. We've been growing along with them. And we've made a choice to be here because we love to be a part of an event or a movement that discusses ideas. You see, most, if not all, of the ideas that you've heard the last 3 days have been centered around three things. They've been centered around freedom, access, and choice. Really, the simple idea, like all of us in this room believe, is that government doesn't know best. Healthcare is one of those ideas. Yesterday, we talked about Liberty Healthshare and the health sharing movement in general. Health sharing is a uniquely American idea that's based on choice, freedom, and access. And in a day where so many Americans, including probably many of you in this room, are being priced out of affordable health care options, Liberty Healthshare offers real solutions for real people. Every single day I hear stories from our members about how this option changed their lives. From the small business owner that's searching for an affordable option for himself, for his family, without losing his business. The young family I spoke to last week with the 2-year-old diagnosed with cancer. The sudden heart attack from a 44-year-old man. The traumatic injury that nobody expected. Here is what I know this morning. I know that health sharing members, Liberty Health Sharing members, will go the distance to care for one another. And how do I know that? Well, let me just tell you, it was a twilight evening back in October 1981 when it all started. Toledo, Ohio, a pastor was traveling with his wife and family, was hit broadside by a semi-truck. His life changed in a second. And that can happen to any of us. His wife and young daughter were killed instantly. His sons were in the hospital, and one of them clinically dead, and he was praying for their survival. But most of you, if you've been in the hospital, you know this. Eventually, a billing representative is going to find their way to the waiting room. She found her way to the waiting room, and she began to talk to him about how he was going to pay all of those bills. He looked at her and he said, I don't have insurance. He said, I think God's going to have to pay this bill. She laughed a little bit when he told her that. And then he said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write the word miracle on the folder. And weeks later, she wrote that miracle on there that day. And weeks later, he went back to the hospital and to talk about the bills. And she said, sir, I don't know who you are, but money has come in from all over America to pay your bills. And there has been more than enough. And it was in that moment, health sharing was born. From a night of grief and despair, people began to care for one another across the country. And today, health sharing, Liberty Healthshare, one of those, has evolved from simply a neighbor helping neighbor in one case to a healthcare option driving the conversation all across America. 1 million+ families are being served across the country. And we go the distance to help our members get the healthcare solutions that they need. So you say healthcare is complex, it's confusing, we really don't know what to do. In that sea of confusion, complexity, I can tell you this, Liberty Healthshare is one great option today, one great option to bring peace and clarity in the midst of it. We have been privileged to be a part of CPAC and part of the conversation here about healthcare, the conversation about patient choice. I'm looking forward to a great Saturday. Here's what I'd like you to do. If you'd like to stay up to date about the healthcare revolution and know more about us, follow us right now on Twitter at Sharing LHS. Thank you, CPAC. Thank you. Thank you.